recording this session. It is being recorded. So if you want a recording after this, you can ask for that. And if you don't want to be recorded, you might have to leave the meeting, because we really depend on these recordings to spread the word and to connect with those who did not manage to connect with us at this point in time. And another thing is that we are live on Facebook. So let me do this. Let me actually just share with you where you need to go on Facebook if you want to maybe create a watch party or something, or invite your friends to listen in, because really these are stories that we are wanting each and every person that we are connected to hear. So I'm just going to paste the link in our chats. That is the link where the video is being streamed, where this meeting is being streamed. Please go in there. If you can't go via the video, you can go to my Facebook page. It's Maggie Midupi Mulutsi. I'm also putting it in the chat. Maggie Midupi Mulutsi. Go in there, create a watch party. Let's get as many people to hear this awesome story that we've got to tell today. And what else do I want to tell you? Yes, please note that now that you've all said hello to me, we are going to start talking via the chats, okay? Because when I'm just going to mute everyone as I'm talking to you now, and you will not be able to unmute yourself. The reason is that we do not want to have any disturbances as we go through this. So, which means that if you want to talk to us, if you want to ask any questions, you can put them on the chat. We've got people, someone says they can't hear anything. Okay. Pelisiwe, what you need to do is on the bottom left of your device, if it's your phone or your laptop, you will see it's the sign of a mic. Click on that one, and then it will ask you if you want to connect with internet audio or dial in with internet audio or something like that. Please select that and you should be able to hear us. Hope you come right. Okay. And yeah, so I'm going to meet everybody. And if you need to ask something, please put it in the chats. Okay. And then we've got dedicated people who are looking at those chats and they will respond accordingly. If you have not been assigned to respond to the chats, please refrain from responding, because we want to make sure that the information that we are passing on to people is the one that we intended for people to have. If we are not sure about anything, we will let you know, but we are going to do our best to respond to all your questions, because this session is really about educating each other about cryptocurrencies. Okay, what else I want to tell you? Okay, maybe I should just tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Maggie Mulutsi. I am in the West Rand of Johannesburg, born and bred from Soweto. I come from Dube in Soweto, and then went to school at St. Mary's in Waverley, and then I went to the University of Cape Town. I did a social science degree, and then I came back home and I became an IT consultant. I'm actually a developer, a programmer. I've been doing that for more than 20 years. And I discovered cryptocurrencies in 2017. It was really at a time when it was all about how does one make additional income, okay? And then I discovered cryptocurrencies when a friend of mine was doing a cell group. She comes and says, Megs, I bought Bitcoin. I bought some Bitcoins in May. And when she says to me, when she bought the Bitcoin, one Bitcoin was 14,000 rands. She was talking to me in October of 2017. And at that time, one Bitcoin was now 67,000 rands. And all I could see was that this lady has made a lot of money. And I wanted to understand how she'd done that. And she just told me about an app called, I didn't ask too many questions, I must admit. I just went onto my app, downloaded it, and I said, let me see how it works. Because I'm that way inclined, I just want to see how it works. So I bought some. I bought for 1,000 rands only, because I didn't know what this thing was. I had heard Bruce Whitfield on 702 talk about it, but all he was saying was that Bitcoin is now 60,000 rands. And I'm thinking, what is this thing that is worth 60,000 rands that I must get? What am I going to do with this thing? As much as I didn't know what I was going to do with this thing, when my friend Matapelo told me about this, I thought she made money. So she can change this thing back to rands and she's made money. That's all I needed to hear. I bought some just on a Wednesday. By Sunday, my 1,000 rands was now 1,100 rands, which means it had gone up 10%. And I thought, wow, 10% in a couple of days, this is going somewhere. Then I started reading up about cryptocurrencies, wanting to understand how they work. What caught me was when the industry experts were saying one Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million US. And I thought, my ticket to being a millionaire, own one Bitcoin. And I said, I'm going to do that. I did that, raised some money. Bitcoin was going up in value crazy in 2017. It was going up crazy. And then I bought this Bitcoin. I bought a little bit at a time. I mean, by the end of November, I had a full Bitcoin. And I thought, wow, now I'm going to be multimillionaire. I'm going to put my Bitcoin away. In a couple of years, it will be worth 1 million US dollars, which means in rands, I'll be like a multimillionaire. I was excited about this. And at that time, there's a lot of noise around Bitcoin. People were saying it's a bubble, it's going to burst because it was moving up crazy. You know, by the end of, I had a full Bitcoin by the end of November. Come January, December, the 6th, 7th of December, one Bitcoin is now 200,000. I have spent 100,000, about 98,000 to get a full Bitcoin. And I thought, Maggie, you better sell this thing. Everybody's saying it's a bubble. And I couldn't get myself to sell the entire thing. So I sold half a Bitcoin because my mind said, just get your money back, girl. Even if things go wrong, you've got your money back. And I did that. So then there I was now, I had a full Bitcoin, I sold half of it, got 100,000 out, now I'm left with half a Bitcoin. And guess what? The value goes up. Just because Maggie sold a Bitcoin, Bitcoin doesn't stop growing. It kept growing. And get to, I think it's the 19th of December or so, same month, same year, 2017, one Bitcoin is now 300,000. I only have half a Bitcoin. What happened to my dream of only a full Bitcoin? It's gone. So that's when I was introduced to mining Bitcoin as a way of accumulating coins without you spending more money, being part of the production of the coin. And I haven't looked back since. So that is my Bitcoin story. But today is not about my Bitcoin story. We've got a very special someone. I'll get to him right now. Before that, please note that we are not financial advisors. Whatever we're going to be saying in here is purely based on our experience. I'm saying we because I'm not alone. I am with my business partners. The first one is Sponelo. He will introduce himself. And then I've got Portia. But then I will introduce our special guest speaker when the time comes. So for now, Mr. Mohale, please can you introduce yourself?
Hello. Thanks, Maggie. And good evening to everybody who joined this meeting. We appreciate your time. Thanks for being part of this discussion. It's going to be a relaxed kind of discussion, as my partner Maggie has indicated, that we'll be discussing, we'll be telling stories. And the best way, that is how we grew up, the best way to teach or to transfer information, it has been through storytelling. And that is what we're going to be doing, telling our own stories, what we have seen, we have experienced in this space. It's pretty much a new space. And it's better when we reveal our experiences. Somebody said cryptocurrencies and stuff are better experienced than explained. So that's what we are trying to relate to you, our experiences. So I'm Swanelo Mohale, calling all the way from the Kingdom of Eswatini, the beauty of cryptocurrencies, because it is a global thing. It connects us wherever we are. So should I continue, Maggie, talking about myself? Or
no, I think it's not about you. It's not about you.
Okay, thank you. I will stop there.
Yeah, so as Monella rightly said, guys, this is such a relaxed environment. Okay, so feel free to ask us any questions. We just want to be having some chats. Okay, that's why we call it conversations. Portia, are you there? Ooh, let me give her the powers to be able to unmute herself. Sorry, Posh. Let me just do that. You can go.
I am here, Maggie. I am here. Wednesdays are always exciting. It's good to be here, and I am so happy to be associated with people like yourself, Mr. Mohale, and our special guest tonight. I think tonight is just going to be a fun-filled night where we're having bold conversations around money.
Okay. Portia, you coming from where? Where are you?
Okay. I'm in Soweto, to be exact. I'm in Mufulo. And by profession, I'm a statistician, but I left my cushy job and I divorced my title completely in the company that I was working for. And I decided to join the fun employment group of people where we make money whilst having fun.
okay, let's hear all these things. But anyway, today's also not about you, but thank you so much. I'm going to be tapping into you guys. I'm going to be putting Portia and Sponelo and our guests on the hot seat today. I'm going to be talking to them about cryptocurrencies. As Sponelo said, the best way to understand this is to hear it from people. So today's title said that something about an additional income stream. Okay. Having said that, I would like to introduce a very special somebody. Our guest speaker today is none other than, he says he's called Mr. Great Things. Maybe he'll tell us the story behind him being Mr. Great Things. Our guest speaker today is Simon. Simon, are you here? Are you able to unmute yourself? I think you can. Simon?
I'm here, leadership.
Hey, can we have your video, please? We really want to see you, Mr. Great Things. We want to hear the story behind this, Mr. Great Things. Where's your, oh, there you go. Let me stop sharing so that they can actually see you. Welcome, guys. We are so honored today. He's going to introduce himself right now, but he is an entrepreneur of note. He has started a business, and we're going to get into his story. He will tell us all about his journey in the cryptocurrency space and what that has done for him. We are hoping that when you hear his story, you'll start relating to Bitcoin in a different way. You'll start relating to cryptocurrencies in a different way, because it's been out, he's been through a journey, and you will hear his journey, and then hopefully it will resonate with you and you'll see that, wow, this is indeed something real. Simon, Mr. Great Things, welcome. Please, can you introduce yourself, sir?
Hello, everyone. Oh, yes. I'm so excited to be here tonight.
Welcome. Where are you from, sir?
Okay, at the moment, I'm in Lesotho, in the mountain of Lesotho.
Wow.
Yes.
We've got someone from Lesotho, we've got Maggie in the West, we've got Sponelo in Eswatini, and we've got Portia in Soweto. The power of cryptocurrencies. Yes, go on, sir.
Yes, as my leader, Maggie has said, my name is Simon, and I'm a father of one. I'm a husband. Ladies, I'm a husband, okay? So, yes, before I got involved in this business, and I was.
Don't tell us what you were. Don't tell me what you were, because I want you to tell your story in a very unique way today, because I think it has got so much power. Right. Thank you so much, Simon. We've got Simon who's a dad. Okay. That's the first thing you know about him. He's a married dad. So this is a married dad who is in the cryptocurrency space, and we're going to talk you through money and what money is and why we are here today. And as we do that, we are going to be relating Simon's story so that he can tell us exactly how this thing works, how it can work for you as well. So allow me just to go through, because it's all about money, right? So we want people to understand, when we're talking about money and as income earners, what are the different ways for us to make money? Because Simon has actually gone through most of these cycles of being an income earner. And to do that, we are going to be guided by Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. Okay, so allow me to share that, so that as we are talking, as we are relating Simon's story, you can place yourself and see if you are where you want to be or where you ought to be. Right, so Robert Kiyosaki is the author of a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He also wrote what is called the cash flow quadrant. Right, so he says that as an income earner, you are going to fall into any four of these quadrants or multiple of these quadrants. This is the story. This is what we're going to use to tell our stories of money, because we are all here to understand what money is. So Robert Kiyosaki says, as an income earner, you are either going to be an employee, self-employed, business owner, or an investor. He says that when you are on the left-hand side of the quadrant, right, employee or self-employed, what you are doing is trading your time for money, right? Either you are working for somebody, let's say you're an employee, you are working for somebody, you give a service, and you can only do that at the specified times, and then they pay you. You might not have thought of yourself as someone who is trading their time for money, but you are. If you're an employee, you're offering a service and they pay you for that, right? We don't work 24 hours, isn't it? So now, or you are self-employed. A lot of us leave our business, our employments, and said, I'm going to start my own business. And you find yourself as being self-employed. What does that mean? You are still trading your time for money. The most you have done is bought yourself some time. In some instances as well, those who are self-employed are actually making much more than, slightly more than what they did when they were employed. However, we are all trading time for money. If you're a doctor, a medical doctor, if you are not there to see patients, money is not generated, which means if you are not putting in the time, you don't see the money. Do you see the limitation there? You can only make money when you are present. That is why we are finding that only 10% of the wealth lies there, yet 90% of the people are in there. Now I want to bring in Simon here. Simon, I was reading your story and it caught me. And that's when I said, aha, we need to talk to this guy. Right. You are about to say before something. I want you to start. Were you ever an employee?
Come again.
Were you ever an employee?
Yes, I was an employee.
What were you doing?
Okay, I'm a upholsterer by profession. So I was working for a company that was dealing with upholstery. So yes, this is what I was doing.
What was your experience there? Now that you've seen this cash flow quadrant, do you believe that you are trading your time for money?
Exactly, I was.
And what was your experience there?
I was.
What was your experience?
Okay, when I was working, guys, it wasn't really good for me because as I grew up, I wasn't that person who wanted to be employed, but I had nothing to do. Okay, so I found myself after completing my matric, I had to look for a job, but I was working with my brother at first. So he's also an upholsterer. He has a business. So maybe after school, I used to help him with the job. And I think that's where everything started. And as time goes on, things were not really looking good on his side. So I had to go and look where I can get a job. So I found a job and I was working there, I think from 2011. Yes, 2011 until 2015. So actually, I was working, and when I see the product that I'm making for the company, and when I see the results, I mean the salary, it wasn't good. Really, it wasn't good compared to what I was doing, because it's like I was doing multiple jobs. I was working this side, and then I go out. It was indoor and outdoor, you know. So sometimes we have to go and work like in the Broncos Parade, and I had to come back and then do the job. And I was only one person who is doing all these things. So for me, it was really, really, really not good compared to the effort that I put in the business. And I was seeing that the company is growing. But what about me? Am I making money? No, I'm not making enough money, because every time after month end, I don't have money. Maybe in 2 weeks' time, in 5 days, I don't have money. Where is the money? I have a family. I have things to do, you know. So actually, the money was not enough. So even the treatment, when I see the treatment, you know, it wasn't good at all. So I had to find something that will help me to make money. I remember it was 2015 when I decided to say, you know what, I've had enough. And then what is it that you're going to do, Simon? I don't know, but enough is enough. So that's it.
So there is Simon, an employee, not happy in his status. Now he is going to be traveling on this cash flow quadrant. We'll get to see where he moved to from this. Robert Kiyosaki says then, we've got the right side of the quadrant. That side, we've got our business owner and we've got our investor. We'll soon see where Simon as an employee who is not happy if he stayed in that quadrant or he moved around. So Robert Kiyosaki says, as a business owner, you are going to be leveraging off people to make you money, which means that you are going to create systems, right? And these systems are going to make sure that a lot of people can be used to make you a lot of money. You are taking yourself out of the equation as the bottleneck for money creation. So for income to come in, you don't necessarily have to be there. That's what a business owner is all about. So if you are here today saying, I'm in business, ask yourself, are you really, or are you self-employed? He says that, let's use an example of maybe a spaza shop. I'm running my spaza shop, and then I must be there. I must go and stalker, come back, sell. I'm doing everything. When I'm not there, when I go to buy my stuff, I must shut the shop because I don't trust anybody to run this thing because I don't have systems that are working. And then one day I think, no, this is not working. The business must go on. And then I start planting a lot of these. Now let's look at our retailers like Pick n Pay. How many Pick n Pays do we have nationwide? Whether the Ackermans are there or not, each Pick n Pay store opens. I think they all open every single day. The store manager will be there to open the store. The tellers will be there to take their position. The packers are there, the bakers are there, the butchers are there. Everyone is there because the system is there. The Ackermans can go and play golf. How do you play golf? Yeah, they can go and play golf, and business goes on. So when you're thinking business now, start thinking along those lines. Start thinking about having a system that allows you to leverage off people to make money. He further says that you could do that through a franchise. You could start your own business from scratch, business plan and others, get funding, whatever you need, and go into business. He says you can tap into network marketing, which he says, by the way, is the quickest and easiest way to get into business. Number one, the capital is normally affordable. Number two, you normally have a network of people that is rooting for you to succeed. You've got systems in place that you can just tap into. And then now that you're a business owner, and then he says, now an investor. No, guys, an investor is not that person that comes and says, Max, if I put in 5,000 rands, how much am I going to have? No, an investor is that one that says, I am going to make sure that my money works so hard that I can live off this money. I don't have to work. The income that comes in can maintain my lifestyle. That is an investor. Now let's go back to Simon's story. Okay, so now, before we go to Simon, Robert Kiyosaki says that 10% of income earners are in these two quadrants, the business owner and investor, yet 90% of their wealth sits in there. We are in here today to see how we can move ourselves from being the 10%, from being part of the 90% who are on the left, to being part of the 10% when 90% of the wealth is sitting. This is our journey. This is how cryptocurrency is positioning us for such. So let's go back to Simon. Simon, there you are now. You are unhappy. You are saying, what am I going to do next? What did you do next? What did you think about? Do any of these questions, because I know that you went into business. I know that, okay? So you said, I'm going to go into business. Were you thinking self-employed or business owner? What were you thinking?
Okay, now that I was able to do everything on my own where I was working, so I decided to say, okay, man, I think it's time for me to start my own business. So even though when I quit my job in 2015, actually, I didn't know where to start or what is it that I'm going to do in terms of buying machinery, because as I'm saying, the money that I was earning, it wasn't enough for me to do things that I wanted to do. But I did not have a choice because of, like, really, I was very, very tired. So after quitting my job, I had to struggle again. I started all over again. So I was working with my brother, and then on the other side, I was trying to put money together so that I can be able to buy some of the equipment. But he had some of the machinery that I needed to do the job. So as time goes on, I was looking for something that I can make an extra money so that I can be able to support my family, you know, because I was no longer working. And I came along with the post on Facebook talking about cryptocurrency, Bitcoins. At that time, I didn't really know what was that all about. But I always had people saying, you know what, we have these things making money, and I didn't know how. And yes, something that I'm going to say now, guys, it's really happening even now, because I think a lack of knowledge, it's always a problem, because we don't actually want to read, or is it because we don't want to read, or what? I don't know. I will talk based on the experience that I had in the past. So I was going along the Facebook, I see this post talking about Bitcoin, hey, put so much, you will get this much. Remember, guys, I didn't have money at that time, right?
And
I was looking for something. Yes, I was looking for something that I can that can help me to make money, so that I can be able to do what?
Before you go there,
Yes.
why were you looking for something to make money? What was happening in your business?
As I've said, I didn't have enough money to buy machinery.
So this
when
was
I
a
quit
problem.
my job. Yes, the money was not.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So
Yes.
before you go on to what solution you found, right? So for anybody there who is sitting and saying, I'm going to start my own business, these are the things that went through. I mean, Simon's obstacle number one was that money. Other people are thinking, I've got the money, but now I'm struggling month to month because I can't pay the rent. I must pay people's salaries. Someone can't do this job on his own. He's good, yes, but maybe he needs help as well. How much is he going to be making a month? Does he have to manage all these people? Those are the kind of things that you think about when you're saying, I am going to start a business. Now, here is Simon, a young man who's saying that, you know what, I need to make this thing work for me. And then he hits a stumbling block. Now, Simon, what happens next? You say now you go to the internet and you say, oh, I want to make money online.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I wanted to get something that I can make money, you know, something that's no third party involved, because doing money with other people is always a problem. You might get it, you might not get it, you know. So actually I was looking for something, because I've always heard about Bitcoin. So I didn't actually know what is this Bitcoin all about. So as I said, I was going through the Facebook, and I saw this post. They were talking about Bitcoin, making money, put so much, you get so much after maybe 24 hours. Like, as I'm saying, I didn't know anything. I only knew about Bitcoin and hearing people talking about Bitcoin, making money about Bitcoin, you know. So I said, okay, if this thing is making money, it might be something that will help me to make money, so that I can be able to do what? To get what I want, because I needed to get money to buy equipment, so that I can be able to start my own business. So I came along with this lady. As I've said, she said, okay, if you put 1,000, you will get 3,000 after 24 hours. And as I'm saying, guys, it's still happening even now. Maybe there are some of us in this meeting who are still going through what I went through, you know. It was really, really, really painful for me, because at that time, I did not have money. I took my last cent, you know. I remember I had something like 1,000, I think it was 1,900. I said, you know what? If I can be able to make this 3,000 after 24 hours, let me take a risk and then put this 1,000 rand. You know, from the start, the conversation is like everything it's clear, because the person whom I was talking to, she tried by all means to convince that this thing is working. As I'm saying, I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency. What is this cryptocurrency? But the only thing that I wanted is money. I wanted to make money so that I can be able to do what? To buy equipment and also to support my family.
Yes.
It wasn't about myself. It was about me starting the business and being able to support my family, you know.
And then what happened?
So now here is Mr. Great Thing. You just put the money in, you know, with that excitement and hoping that, oh, you know what, tomorrow I will be making at least something. And then I was even hoping to reinvest, because they said if you reinvest, you will get more money. Oh, okay. Did I get the money? No. I waited about 24 hours, 2 days, 3 days. There was no money, no conversation. When I get back to the person, I was told about now you have to put extra money. Then what is that for? No, the security fee in order for you to get the money, because the company has made, the trading company has made more money for you. And okay, if you say now I'm having money, why don't you take the money that you say I've already made there? They said, no, it's against the company's law. Oh, okay, no. Now you have to put another money, you know? So I didn't.
Oh, you didn't put in more money. Okay.
No. So what happened is that I did not get the money that I was promised to get within 24 hours. Yes. So I told myself, if I'm going to put more money now, am I going to get this money or not?
Okay.
So this is how things are happening at the moment, because as I'm saying, I'm also teaching people that there is no way that you can make quick money without working. We don't have manna from heaven. There is no manna from heaven. Yes, in order for you to be somewhere, you need to start somewhere. So to start somewhere, if you take shortcut, you will not make it in this industry.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yes.
That is the story of many people. You are indeed correct about that. It is a story of many people, and that is why we are here today. And we don't want anybody else to fall into what Simon fell into. People are desperate to make money. People are desperate, like Simon wanted to start a business, a legitimate business. And hence, when he saw something that says 24 hours, your 1,000 is now 3,000, he thought, wow, I could make so much money. This is why I want to bring Sponelo in, because that is what this is about, to educate people to be able to make informed decisions. So thank you so much for that story, Simon, because I'm hoping that it resonated with somebody who said, yo, I went through that. What do I do now? First thing is education. So Sponelo, there is Simon. He lost his money. I know you also have a similar story, but and you also resorted to education to say, let me find out what this thing is all about. So what exactly is Bitcoin? Is there any way that somebody could have guaranteed that Simon would turn his 1,000 rands into 3,000 rands just like that in 24 hours? Guaranteed. Can you just take us through what is actually Bitcoin?
Okay, thanks, Maggie, and thanks, Simon, for the insightful story. I'm sure most of us here have been exposed to such stories or to such invitations that bring something. There's this thing called Bitcoin that can do miracles for you. And we are here to discuss the issue around Bitcoin. I'm sure we have heard many different versions of what Bitcoin can do. There's a part whereby they say, join it, put so much, you'll get so much. But there's also the other part that tells you about what is happening around the space of crypto. Bitcoin growing from nothing, and now it has been above 800,000. I'm sure you have heard somehow about that, and we are thinking, how can I be part of that? What is it exactly? When you talk about Bitcoin, we are talking about money, basically. It falls under the class of digital currencies, or what we usually refer to as cryptocurrencies. Okay, and when you talk about that, you are talking about a new form of money. There's been different forms of money. The one we are used to, the one we were born into, is what we call fiat currency. The rands, emalanga, and the dollars, the puller and the like. So each form of this money is trying to address trade issues in a particular community or society. So for quite some time, for quite some decades, we've been using fiat currency. By fiat currency, I mean it's money that is country specific, money that is governed by the state, that is governed by the central bank or the reserve bank of that country. It is run through a monetary policy that is held in that reserve bank. But now we are talking about cryptocurrencies. We are talking about Bitcoin. This is a new form of money. It's a natural evolution of money. It started in 2009. Something so powerful happened around 2008, 2009, whereby a person called Satoshi Nakamoto came about and said, instead of suffering the ills of this system, of this fiat system, whereby you've got your money, but with time it is losing its buying power, let us introduce a form of money. Let us introduce a form of money that, instead of losing its buying power over time, it is going to gain its buying power over time. And what is going to cause that? It is its monetary policy, because this is some form of disciplined kind of monetary policy, as opposed to the monetary policy that existed before, whereby there will be printing of money that is unlimited printing of money. But now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, when it came to Bitcoin in 2009, there was a specific quantity that was declared, that there will only be 21 million Bitcoins. So you'll notice that now we are talking about a different form of money, a different approach to finance and to money. This is something that is predetermined, and that has got power. To have money that has got a predetermined number of quantities basically tells you that this scarcity will talk to the value of that kind of money. That's why today you hear that Bitcoin is sitting at around 700,000. It is caused by its monetary policy. It is caused by the fact that this is money that has got limited supply. Okay, so that is what people talk about when they say there's a potential of making money in this space. Yes, there is potential of making money, but not by putting a certain quantity and you are guaranteed a certain return. Why? Because this kind of commodity, which is Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, can go up in price and go down at any given point in time, since it is operating in an open market whereby people buy and people sell at will. Nobody is controlling that. So at some point in time, in fact, 2 days ago, Bitcoin was sitting at around one Bitcoin at around 870,000 rands. Today, it is sitting at 700 and something thousand rands. What does that tell you? It tells you the nature of this currency. It will move up and down. But what we are sure of is that over time, the trajectory of this money is always moving up in terms of its price value. And if you understand that and you partake, you own some of these assets, it tells you that over time, you can change your life. It's a matter of understanding how it grows, and understand that when we are holding this, we are holding it for a long haul and it can benefit you. So that's what Bitcoin is all about in general.
Wow, thank you so much. And I'm sure Simon is thinking, only if I knew this before I started, I would have saved myself a lot of money. You know, what I heard you say, Sponelo, is that Bitcoin is money. Bitcoin is part of the evolution of money. Bitcoin is something worth owning because it grows over time in value. But importantly, is that it goes up and down. Having said that, I just want to relate to a story that I heard today where someone bought Bitcoin when the value, and then we were talking about that earlier, someone bought Bitcoin, the value fluctuates from lack of understanding. You're not only going to lose money from stories like the one that Simon spoke about now, where someone is promising you like he says now, pie in the sky, this get rich quick thing. But also from lack of understanding that this currency fluctuates. You buy a cryptocurrency and you are excited. We all get excited when you see the value going up, but understand that it fluctuates. As Swanelo said, we're sitting in 825, it went down to the 700s. Then someone says, I'm losing my money, and they sell. They bought at 800 maybe. An example, I spend 5,000 rands, I buy some Bitcoin. You can own parts of a Bitcoin. Those are called Satoshis. Those are fractions of a Bitcoin. You can own fractions of a Bitcoin called Satoshis. Now you've bought yourself some Satoshis worth 5,000 rands. It's 100 million Satoshis, right? That give you one Bitcoin, right? 100 million Satoshis give you one Bitcoin. You know that 100 cents give you 1 rand, right? So 100 million Satoshis give you 1 Bitcoin. So you buy yourself some Satoshis, 5,000 rands, through a platform called Luno, Altcoin Trader, ChainX, whatever you use, right? Now it's 5,000 rands. Tomorrow you go and you see 5,500. Whoa, you are so excited. That is because the value of Bitcoin has moved up from when you bought it. The value of 1 full Bitcoin has moved. Now you are so excited. Oh, I'm making money. Indeed, I'm going to see that 3,000 rands extra. What happens? It's in the market, as one says, the value drops. That 4,000 that you sold, the next day you wake up, it's 4,900. Then you say, ooh, they said it's a bubble. I have been caught in this scam before, in that Bitcoin is that as well. And you sell your coin. So now you went in with 5,000 rands, you come out with 4,900. You lost money. So when that person says, I lost money in Bitcoin, they are not lying. But it was purely from lack of understanding. And guess what happens? When they sell at 4,900, they realize that had they held on for longer, they could have had so much more money. Let's show you what we are talking about. Just want to go show what Swanelo was talking about the value of Bitcoin, so that those who have gotten some of these coins and are thinking, hey, yesterday it was this much, today is this much, I better sell. Look at this story. The story of Bitcoin, how people are making money. Early adopters of Bitcoin are now multimillionaires because they started, let's take you through the history. In 2010, at some point, these values, by the way, except for this last one, these values from 2010 to 2020, they were taken at a certain point in time on the 25th of December, Christmas Day. I was excited to see what Santa was bringing on Christmas Day with Bitcoin through the last 10 years. So on the 25th of December 2010, 1 Bitcoin was 4 rand. At some point in 2010, 1 Bitcoin was 1 rand 40. Now come Christmas Day, yay, a gift from Santa, it's 4 rand for 1 coin. And it kept going up. So when I said it appreciates in value, it kept going up. You can see this year on year. But what we mean doesn't mean that throughout the year it was at that price. In 2013, at some point, by the way, it was sitting at 1,300 rands. And look at where it was in December, almost 10,000 rands. Now let's use this to see how people made money. Imagine in 2010, you had 400 rands. With that, you could get yourself 100 Bitcoins. Because 1 Bitcoin was 4 rand. Keep your Bitcoin, your 100 coins. 2011, a year later, your 100 Bitcoins are now worth how much? Because now 1 Bitcoin is 60, your 100 Bitcoins are now worth 6,000 rands. You only spent 4,000. Simon, if this was you, it would have taken you a year just to get to that point. But you were expecting to see results in 24 hours. Okay, so this is what happened. Let's go to 2013, Christmas Day. Can you work on a round figure like 10,000 rands? Okay, let's look at 9,700. Now 1 Bitcoin on Christmas Day is 9,743. Is it 43? Yes. Imagine you still had your 100 coins. Do you see how much you've got now? Does it look real? It's almost 1 million. Guess how much we spent? That is why we're saying people became multimillionaires. Let's fast forward. Let's go to 2017. Let's say you still have your 100 coins. Now one coin is worth 300,000 rands. If you've held them, it's only like, what, 7 years later? You now suddenly have 30 million rands. Indeed, you are a multi-millionaire. So when we are saying that people have made money, indeed they have. But those are guys who came in with like 4 rand, who believed in this thing before it even had a lot of value. Now you are coming in. Now look at this person who said, "Whoa, somebody is a millionaire. I'm going to start buying Bitcoin." And they start buying Bitcoin at 300,000, and the value drops. Boom. They sell. They say they bought a full Bitcoin. And because they didn't trust this system, they sold at a loss. They lost more than 200,000 rands. If they had believed that this currency is in it for the long haul, they would be sitting now with one coin being worth almost 900,000 rands. And that's like only 3 years later, hey, from 2017 to 2021. The moral of the story is that over time, over the 11 years, Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency, has proved itself to be that currency that is creating a lot of money for a lot of people. Those who are holding on, those who have educated themselves. So when I spoke about the monetary policy, that monetary policy is designed to keep this thing appreciating in value. It does not mean that it won't fluctuate, having its drops and going up and down. It will. But the design of scarcity, of the issuance of this coin, is built in to bring this year-on-year upward trend. It's about how many coins you've got and when do you get your coins. Thank you so much, Bonelo. I wanted to actually just go on because I hear somebody saying, "Hey, you guys are telling me about Bitcoin. I've missed it. I've missed it. I've missed it. It's now 8.5, almost 900,000 rands." Have they actually missed the boat, Bonelo? Is Bitcoin the only cryptocurrency to make money with? What are we recommending as other cryptocurrencies? By the way, guys, there are more cryptocurrencies. They are called altcoins. Any Bitcoin, any cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin is an altcoin. Bonelo, please give us your pick of altcoins that we are all tapping into and why we are doing that.
Okay, yes, thank you, Maggie. I want to say, number one, before I even go to other cryptocurrencies, as you have said, there's a number of cryptocurrencies. There's thousands and thousands. What is important about each of these coins is that they must have a unique proposition that I bring into the people. Because, you know, in this world, if you are going to be successful, you must be bringing a solution to a particular problem. So each of these cryptocurrencies claim to bring a unique proposition, and that is what, as a person, you must follow. And that is how you can actually succeed in this space. That is how you can transform your life in this space, by following and owning cryptocurrencies that have got a unique and a solution to certain problems. Okay, to start with Bitcoin, you haven't missed Bitcoin, because I am certain it will still grow to highs, more than 880,000 that it has reached recently. But now the question is, can you afford to have a full coin of Bitcoin? Probably it will be difficult. Can you afford to have a fraction? Yes, you can have a fraction, but is it going to stretch to the degree that is going to transform your life? I'm not sure about that, but I can lead you to other assets, to other cryptocurrencies that can help you, number one, accumulate a lot of these coins, because there is power in owning a lot in terms of quantity. Think about Bitcoin. If you would own 100 Bitcoins as we speak, let me not even go to 100, even 10 Bitcoins sitting at around 800,000 each one of them, that will put you into around 8 million rands. That is powerful. Okay, so there is power in owning a good quantity of each of these cryptocurrencies, especially if they've got a unique proposition in terms of what problem those coins are solving. in this world, because that is accompanied by rise in price for those cryptocurrencies. Let me quickly go to say there is more of this, and we propose, we advise people to look into this as creating a portfolio other than just looking at one asset. Look at a portfolio, a collection of these assets, of which one of them could be what we call Bitcoin Vault. Bitcoin Vault, in terms of its lifespan, has been around for a year. In terms of what we've been talking to people, Bitcoin Vault was introduced in December 2019. Right now, it's a year plus a few months. There is power in Bitcoin Vault. You'll notice the word Bitcoin. Why does it have that word? Because number one, it is based on the protocol of Bitcoin. What does that mean? It means that all the features you can find in Bitcoin, they are found in Bitcoin Vault. That is a given, meaning that it has got the ability to achieve already what Bitcoin did, but give it time. But extra to what to the features that are found in Bitcoin, Bitcoin Vault has got what we call the anti-theft feature, which is brought to it using the 3 keys. It comes with 3 keys, which actually assigns some full control to the owner. So basically, it brings security. There is more security. If you own Bitcoin Vault, it gives you 3 keys, which makes it the ultimate store of value that will enable your hard-earned wealth to grow in its value over time. Okay, so Bitcoin Vault is secure, meaning that if somebody was trying to hack and steal your coins from your wallet, you are basically safe. It is the safest cryptocurrency as we speak. That is what Bitcoin Vault is. And it is giving you an option, or it is giving you a chance to gain what those who participated in Bitcoin gained earlier in 2010, in 2011. It is giving you that opportunity. So by owning Bitcoin Vault, you are giving yourself an opportunity to own a lot of Bitcoin Vaults, and given time, with time, you can also ride this wave that starts from nothing to 800,000 rands. Imagine that. Okay, then there's also more that I want to introduce quickly. There's what we call electric cash. Electric cash is another cryptocurrency of my choice. Why electric cash? As I've said, each of these cryptocurrencies must have a unique value proposition that is bringing to the people. Electric cash is here to solve the payments problems that the world is facing. What is the payment problem that the world is facing? It is facing high transaction fees. That is a serious problem that we are facing. Okay, even if you were using your fiat currency, if you were going to transmit money through EFTs, or you will swipe your card somewhere, there is some transaction fee that is ridiculous that goes with that. With cryptocurrencies, imagine Bitcoin. If you are going to buy just a cup of coffee with Bitcoin, you might find yourself paying around $15 to $20 at some point in time just for that. And that coffee would have costed you maybe $1 or $2. So that is a problem that electric cash is here to solve, to reduce transaction fees. And it is going to successfully do that. It is going to be adopted globally because the world is yearning, the world is crying for a solution that is going to enable people to transmit value at a much lower cost or transaction fee. And that is very, very powerful. The good thing about electric cash is that it only started to be accessible by people only last week, Monday. What was the date? I've forgotten the date. But it is only a week old. And what does that tell you? Early adopters always benefit whenever there is a new technology. Early adopters are always going to benefit. And you are in the chance, the opportunity to be an early adopter and to ride the wave as Bitcoin Vault is growing, as electric cash is growing. You can ride on that. So I've introduced to you 2 opportunities. That is Bitcoin Vault and that is electric cash. Bitcoin Vault has got a unique proposition to be the safest cryptocurrency, and electric cash has got the unique proposition to be the solution to high transaction fees, and you need to own one of these. Before the presentation, I was thinking, each one of us in this world at some point in time will own a digital currency. It won't be an option. Each one of us will have to own this because it would be mainstream kind of transacting. We know that cash will disappear. The physical cash will disappear. You will have to transact using some form of digital currency. One important thing, one thing that will benefit you is to be an early adopter. Own this thing early, accumulate a lot of it, and you will enjoy the benefits later on of using cryptocurrencies. And this is the opportunity that we are presenting to you to say, own it now. It's gonna mean a lot in the long run.
Wow, as you were saying, Swanelo, that at some point in time, we will own some sort of a digital asset, some cryptocurrency. And suddenly, I've been in this space for a while and I've appreciated cryptocurrency. And suddenly I just see this electric cash really doing wonders. When you talk about the natural evolution of money, when you spoke about it solving a problem, that there's still we've got Bitcoin Vault, right? We've got Bitcoin, which people are using as a store of value, which means they're just keeping their money there. We've got Bitcoin Vault that says your money your wealth that you want to keep in the future can be ultra secure in this vault. Yet you still have people saying that I want to be able to leave South Africa and go to Dubai and just go with my smartphone and get to the airport and pay for coffee and not be charged an arm and a leg. Because I believe that electric cash, by design, it can actually be free to transact because of that incentive what program, what to call it, that staking program that they have. It's just, and it just hit me that everybody may just be using this electric cash. Okay, so let's see what it means for anybody, for any of us who want to own this digital asset. If indeed people start saying, you know what, I want to own this coin. I want to keep it securely. We had Elon Musk saying that, how many was it? 22 billion? What was it? How much was it in Bitcoin?
It's 1.5 billion US dollars, which is around 22 billion
rands, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We had him put in so much money into Bitcoin, and that just went boop with the value of Bitcoin. Now imagine when he realizes what Bitcoin Vault can do after he's received all those payments of whatever cars with Bitcoin. I've got all this money because now they're going to accept payment, Bitcoin as payment for the cars. If now, imagine that now, all this money, and they're thinking, we need this money to be secure. And they put it in Bitcoin Vault. Now, those who said they missed an opportunity with Bitcoin Vault, with Bitcoin, look at the story that Bitcoin Vault is telling now. Remember when I showed you, look at this graph. Bitcoin, actually, when it started beyond this view is less than a year old because Bitcoin Vault is new. Before this, in December, one Bitcoin Vault was like 18 Rand. Imagine if you had 100 of those. When it came to March, that's how much your 18 Rands with your 100 coins was now worth. 29,000 Rands. Your 100 coins that you've gotten there, at 18 Rands for one coin, which means you spent 1,800 Rands. Now, your 100 coins, imagine what they were worth here. A few months later, almost 8 months later. It's crazy. It is crazy. It drops. And someone says, but Maggie, what is causing it to drop? I'm losing my money. You only lose your money if you sell those coins here. If you hold on to them and understand what happened with Bitcoin in 2017, when it was on 300,000 Rands, and then it dropped to about 48,000 Rands. Now it is sitting at almost 1 million Rands. this, let's explain a bit what would cause the market to do this. Imagine somebody who bought Bitcoins here. There are 100 coins at 1,800, and then suddenly they've got 730,000. Why do we accumulate these digital assets? Because we want to make money. Why? This money is going to settle your bills. It's going to pay off your house. It's going to pay off your car. It's going to make you debt-free. At this point, where you see your financial freedom, where you see being debt-free, don't you sell those coins? Imagine how many early adopters we had. Was it in 2019, December? You may not have thought of buying Bitcoin Vault because you did not believe in cryptocurrency. Believe me, there were those who knew about it then and believed in it. And they became multimillionaires at this point. And they decided to sell their coins. When there are more sellers than buyers in any market, the value of the asset drops. Now there you are. You just started here because you saw this thing going up and you started here. Now those who made money start selling and you say, but there are more sellers than buyers. Then you start selling. You contribute to the number of sellers that are there that keeps pushing the price down. We're calling you a panic seller, and then you are selling, keeping this price low. These sold because they've made money. Hold on. As it's dropping, look what Bitcoin did. This graph is going to start coming up. Don't let it catch you without any coins. That is the story. Now, are you going to be part of this story of Electric Cash? Electric Cash was launched at, I think it's about $8. Let's just say $8. Last week, 15th of February. Today, it's sitting at about $37 for one coin. Do you think those who bought 1,000 coins have not made money? They have. Or those who own them. You don't have to buy them. There's multiple ways of owning, right? Have not made money. They have. Do you think it's going to stop here? No, it's still in its infancy. This is what Sponelo was talking about. Perhaps it's your time to jump in and get yourself some of these coins. So we are making our money by collecting digital assets. We have proposed Bitcoin, Bitcoin Vault, and Electric Cash. You buy these coins, you hold on to them. We call it hodling. You hold on to them until it makes sense for you to sell them because you've made money. Now, I want to go back to our guest, Simon, who has lost money because he was expecting miracles. And he says, you know what, Maggie, I learned. I understand how to accumulate these assets. I want him to tell us about how he is accumulating these assets, because I believe that he has found a formula to his financial freedom through this. Simon, how are you accumulating these assets? First of all, are you still in the cryptocurrency space?
Definitely. And I'm here for good. I'm not going anywhere. Yes.
So tell us about how you are accumulating your digital assets. What are you doing?
Okay. First thing, I will have to explain how I got involved into cryptocurrency, right? Yes. So I was introduced to this cryptocurrency. Okay, let me first say my friend was invited to a meeting, to a presentation, right, in Davidton, because that's where I stay when I'm in South Africa. So okay, because I've always heard about Bitcoin, I said, no, man, you know what? I've lost money through Bitcoin. And then now that you are telling me that there is a presentation, definitely I want to be there because I want to learn exactly how is this Bitcoin making money, you know, because I've lost money, you know, as I'm saying, the lack of knowledge. I didn't know anything about Bitcoin. Okay, to cut long story short, I was introduced in Bitcoin, I think 2019. I mean, I got involved into Bitcoin mining, right? So now at the moment, I'm into I'm with a company called Mining City. So this is where I'm accumulating a fraction of Bitcoins every day. So actually I can say in short, this is where my life has changed, because now I'm no longer worried about now not having money and all those things, you know.
So you
Yes.
are accumulating the coins through a process called mining with a company called Mining City.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Sponelo, I want you to please just tell everybody what this mining is, because we said we want people to know and understand what they are doing. So what is this mining?
Thanks, Maggie. We have just before you ask the question, we have just said in order to accumulate Bitcoin Vault and electric cash, you can just go and buy them and hold them for your dear life, and it's gonna benefit you. But now coming to what Simon has just said, that he is mining these assets. What does that exactly mean? When you talk about general money, the way of issuing them into circulation, issuing money into circulation, is through printing of notes and the minting of coins. And that is usually done by that country's reserve bank or the central bank. So the process of basically issuing the money into circulation is done by those entities or specific authorities. But now when it comes to the space of cryptocurrencies, there is no central entity or authority that is responsible for the printing or for the minting of these coins, which you call Bitcoin Vault, electric cash, and the like. So basically, this is an independent, distributed, decentralized kind of platform whereby the issuance is done through the particular program that is run by specific machines, which are called miners. So there is some specific machines, which, thank you, Maggie, for projecting that, which are called miners. These machines are plugged and they go through a competition amongst themselves every given period. It could be 10 minutes. There will be a specific amount of coins which are issued by these machines into circulation. And that process is called mining. In this case, there is no central authority, but machines which are distributed in a network, which are run in what we call data centers or data farms. They are responsible for the issuing of the money into circulation. So that is what mining is. Another part of mining, it is verifying the transactions which are run on this network. Because when you talk about Bitcoin Vault, you talk about electric cash. It is in itself a financial system. So there is sending of transactions that must be verified now and then. So the mining process, number one, issues coins into circulation and it verifies the transactions in that particular platform.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much. Okay, so now that you know that these digital assets, you can acquire them. We spoke about buying them. Now, Simon is actually mining. He's involved in the mining process where he actually accumulates. So now you are clear that it's not mining of going underground and digging there. The specialized machines, because cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin Vault, electric cash are digital assets. Now, Portia, I want you to tell us, because someone said he's mining these through a company called Mining City. Can you just quickly just take people through what it would mean for anybody to get involved, as Simon is, with this company, with Mining City, to start accumulating such coins?
Okay, thank you, Maggie. Firstly, I think it's important that people understand who Mining City is and how it fits into the picture. So Mining City is a company that was established in February 2019. It is led by a gentleman called Greg. And Mining City is in a strategic partnership with a company called MindBest. MindBest being the company that actually houses or hosts the machines that Sponelo explained already, which are the mining machines. Now, Mining City affords an ordinary individual like myself and you an opportunity to actually rent mining power from MindBest. So that's the relationship between the two companies. Now, what is amazing about MindBest is its leader, who is Eyal, a serial inventor. This guy is amazing and he is powerful. He has invented so many gadgets in his life. And if people want to know more about Eyal, they can just Google him and they will find a long history about his good work. Now, MindBest has got mining farms in Kazakhstan as well as in China. And it has won 2 awards already for being in the top 10 of mining farms in the whole world. Mining City is a company that actually pays myself and Maggie some form of commission for having spoken about this opportunity to other people, because I am sure prior to today, you didn't know about Mining City because they don't advertise on billboards or on TV, but they encourage a business that is called MLM, which is allows a person like myself and Maggie to tell other people about this opportunity. And its sales volume in September 2020 was over $1 billion US. That must tell you something about that company. Look at how young the company is and how much money it has already managed to make in such a short space of time. And of that, 35% has been shared with its members, being myself, Maggie Sibonello, as well as Mr. Great Things himself. So this is just to give you a picture that there is a company behind the 3 products that I'm about to share with you. And these products have already been explained, being Bitcoin Vault, Bitcoin, and electric cash. Now, Simon spoke about a process called mining. And this mining, as Sibonello has explained it, it's the issuance of newly minted Bitcoin Vault coins, electric cash, or even Bitcoins. Unlike when you buy coins and hodl on an exchange, it means you are buying coins that are already out there in circulation. So how do you then get started with mining? You can start with any package that is affordable to you. Basically, when you do that, you are buying or renting mining power that is given to you for the next 1,100 days. So you get into a contract with Mining City that says, for the next 1,100 days, we will pay you mining rewards on a daily basis. I mean, really daily basis, 365 days of the year without fail. For the next 3 years, you will be receiving fractions of whatever coin you are mining. In my case, I have all 3. So you can imagine what my wallet looks like. And most of my business partners are also in a similar situation because we have become informed about the value of this currency and we know what it means, especially for generational wealth creation. Now, you can honestly choose where to start. You can start very small with our smallest package, being the primary package, at $300 US, or plus minus 5,000 rands. We never really give an exact amount because things change every 10 minutes. I mean, the price of Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault changes every 10 minutes. Hence, we say plus minus. Now, what does this $300 US give you? It gives you mining power of 3 terahash per second. Terahash per second is just the mining speed, the speed at which you will be producing whichever coin you are mining. So for every $100 US, you get yourself 1 terahash per second mining power. Or you can choose to go to a standard package, which is double the primary package, but everything else still stands, except that now because you will have spent $600 US, you will get yourself 6 terahash per second mining power. So it doubles all the way to silver. And then things start changing on the gold package. Basically, the gold package is 7 times the standard package. Or you can view the gold package as being the sum of the 3 plans, being the standard package, the bronze package, and the silver package. It's entirely up to you how you actually get started. You can start anyway. There is no formula or strict formula on how you get started. But wait, if you have this huge amount of money that's not earning you as much interest anywhere where you have placed it, you can choose to go 3 times the gold package, which is our platinum package. The maths is simple. If you multiply 4,200 US dollars by 3, you get 12,600 US dollars. In rand terms, it's 210 rands, there around. And here you are getting yourself 126 terahash per second mining power. You can imagine how many coins you will be generating on a daily basis, as well as on a monthly basis, not to mention after 1,100 days. However, Mining City says, should you decide to go for a platinum package, they will give you a bonus mining power of 12 terahash per second. And if you notice, that's exactly equal to our bronze package. Now, the total amount that you will be mining with for a platinum package, it's a whopping 138 terahash per second. Think about it. How many fractions on a daily basis you will be receiving in terms of the coins that you are mining. So basically, that's how you can get started. You can start really small, you can start very big, or you can start somewhere in between, and nothing is stopping you from growing from wherever you have started, but just start and learn the ropes whilst you are already in the system. Remember the cash flow quadrant. So Mining City gives you the opportunity to move from the left-hand side of the quadrant to the right-hand side of the quadrant.
Thank you so much, Portia. You know what? I think we have given all the information in terms of getting started. We explained the product, which is the 3 cryptocurrencies, and we have explained how they have performed or how they are going to perform. Maybe we don't know. We're not specific because we just said this is history, the value telling its own story. And you can decide whether you want to be part of that story or not. But before you even make your decision, I want to go back to Simon. Simon, thank you so much, Portia. I appreciate it. I think everyone just has what they need. Okay. And Simon, I want you to tell us now, we've gone through, people understand now that there's Mining City, you are mining, and let's just remind people that this is someone who stopped working because he felt that he was not even in that job where he felt so overworked. He was not seeing the benefits. He could not take care of his family. He went on to try his own business. He was struggling to raise money to start his business, and then he stopped, looked for something online, heard that there's money to be made online, got involved with Bitcoin for the first time, and then he missed out. And then he was introduced to Mining City. We are at that point now, Simon. We would like you to please share with us your journey in Mining City. What has Mining City done for you? I know when I read your story, you started the business with a standard package. By business, I'm saying business because Mining City does indeed give each one of us an opportunity not only to acquire these coins by mining, but to also acquire them by running a business, which they pay you, as Portia said, in cryptocurrency when they give you your commission. So please, can you take us through your journey as somebody who started Mining City with 5,000 rands primary package? Oh, sorry, 500 US dollars at the time. $500 US dollars, yes.
Okay, I started mining in 2019. I bought a package in August. Yes, in August. At that time, it was the minimum package was $500, which was equivalent to plus minus 8,500. So I bought that package, and I started with Bitcoin. That was before Bitcoin Vault was introduced, because Bitcoin Vault was actually introduced in 2019 on the 16th of December. So I've already bought a package, but as time goes on, because I was told that, okay, Simon, and now that you have, now that you are a miner, then you can be able to build your own business. Then, okay, how can I actually do this? Okay, you can do this by doing what? By sharing the same information that you received with other people, so that they can be able to do what? To get in. Because for me is that if something is working for me, why not sharing it with other people? It will be like, now I'm selfish. So it will be your choice. If you take it, you don't take it. So at the end of the day, it's up to you, because we are in different needs. I know what I need, you know what you need. So now that I've shared the information that is working, something that is working for me, it's up to you whether you take it or not. Okay, now I've started building my own business, even though things were not actually looking good on my side, because it was my first time, but I wanted to do this. Because if I can go back, I said I was tired to work for someone else. Number one, I was thinking of my family. If something happens, where I'm working, how are they going to survive? Are they going to adopt my work? No, they won't. Whatever that change they might give them, they won't even survive for a very long time, So I was thinking of starting something that I can be able to do what? To build my own business, so that even if anything happens, I know that my family can be able to survive through that business. Because if it's somewhere that I'm working, they won't get anything. My son won't go and work there. You understand?
Yes.
So I was looking for a financial freedom. So I started building my team. I think when Bitcoin Vault was introduced, again, I didn't have money to buy a package, As time goes on, 2020, which was last year, Mining City gave us an opportunity to do what? To convert our Bitcoin mining package to Bitcoin Vault. I think it was around April, if I'm not mistaken. So I was able to do what? To convert my Bitcoin package to Bitcoin Vault, because the Bitcoin Vault was a new baby at that time. So I was able to accumulate more fraction. I was able to accumulate more fraction through Bitcoin Vault. So during that time, it was lockdown. Remember, we were all locked inside the houses. There was no movement, So remember, if I was working, I was still employed. How will I survive at that time? Maybe again, I would be told that, you know what, Simon, now that there is no production, there is no money. So we cannot be able to give you money, So for me, I'm really, really thankful for this opportunity. And I always say thank you to that friend of mine by sharing this opportunity with me, because as I have said, I was looking for something that I can use to make money, So I was able to do what? To convert my Bitcoin to Bitcoin Vault. So at that time we saw the value going high, going up. And then what was happening? I was busy building my business on the other side,
I want you
yes.
to tell me about this business that you were building. because we're just running out of time now. I was reading your story and I want you to tell us this. You started this business, this opportunity, by just wanting to mine the cryptocurrency. You spent 8,000 rands, and then you thought, oh, there's a business in this that actually can really work for my family. And then how much did you make in 5 months in Mining City? Just give us the figure. How much did your 8,000 rands make for you, mainly through the business, in 5 months?
Okay, I was able to make 150 something thousand in 5 months. And I was able to do what? I was able to buy more packages and even buy packages for my son, you know.
Wow.
And I was able to do to buy machinery that I wasn't able to buy at that time. So now that I had that money, I was able to do all those things that I wasn't able to do.
And you're still in business?
I'm still in business, yes.
Now you've got 2 businesses, your dream business and this one helps to fund that one.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your story, Simon, because that story is a story of hope. To that person that says that I want to start my own business, but I don't know where to start. I mean, if Simon's business was capital intensive, it needed a lot of money from him. That's what made him go out there and look for alternatives. And that's how he ended up in the cryptocurrency space. He has found a business. Firstly, he is accumulating cryptocurrency. That's what Mining City does for you. You accumulate cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Vault, and electric cash, so that you can own these digital assets, so that when the value goes up, you have a lot of money. Then he saw that, oh, not only can I do that, I can actually run it as a business as well. And he's managed to turn his 8,000 rands to more than 150,000 rands to be able to do that he could not do, raise money. He did not have to go to the bank to fund his other business, but he worked in a business opportunity with Mining City that allowed him to raise 150,000 rands in 5 months. But please, please, please be aware of what he did. He said he worked the business, he grew a team. If you want to know more about how that is done and how you can tap into that, I suggest that I actually highly recommend that you go to the person that invited you to watch the session and say, I want to get started. What they will do is give you a referral link, because you can only buy your mining package through Mining City through a referral link. They will give that to you, then you can get yourself a mining plan. That does 2 things for you. Firstly, it starts a business. I mean, it gets you to mine cryptocurrency, which means you start accumulating these coins. Secondly, it affords you an opportunity to start a business with low capital. I mean, he could not go in to buy his machinery because the capital was so high, but he managed to raise that money by tapping into an opportunity that paid him in cryptocurrency. The beauty is that you get more and more coins without you spending additional money. And then you watch your money grow as the value of the currency grows. That is the opportunity we are sharing with you today. Thank you so much, Simon. Your story is inspirational, and I'm sure it is helping somebody out there. We have come to the end of our presentation. I'm going to ask Swanelo and Portia if they've got anything to say, and then we'll ask Simon just to close off with a word of encouragement for that person that says, I am ready to start. Swanelo?
Thanks, Maggie. And I would love to thank everybody who participated in this discussion. As we said, it's a relaxed discussion whereby we want to share information. We want to empower each other. And thanks, Simon, for your story. It's very, very, very powerful. Moving from owning nothing to now owning your business is quite an achievement. Each one of us has got a different image of success that we are driving towards. And I'm happy that Mining City and these crypto assets in particular have helped you to achieve your goals. And to somebody who's still in doubt right here, yes, cryptocurrencies have got the potential to impact your life, to change your life. The future around cryptocurrencies is so bright. I was reading today about the developments around what is happening in crypto space, and one of the news that came on top was that last night there's a company called Square that bought how many millions? I think 170 million USD worth of Bitcoin. There's a reason I'm mentioning that. And today, during around lunchtime, it was announced that MicroStrategy bought Bitcoin of around $1 billion US dollars today. What does that tell you? It tells you that the future looks like cryptocurrency. The future looks like digital currencies. So it doesn't matter whether the money is going to Bitcoin or it's going to Ethereum or it's going, the space, the market of cryptocurrencies is gaining some traction on this world. So you better position yourself on an asset that is going to lift you towards your goals. Just like Bitcoin Vault has lifted Simon from dreaming about a business to the business that he owns today. And each one of us has got a goal. I'm telling you, this can be a vehicle as long as you understand and patient in this journey. So that's those are my parting words, Maggie, to say thanks for everybody who joined. These conversations are going to go on and on, sharing our stories so that somebody can see himself through somebody's story and start traveling through this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bonelo, and your insights really. And I think just emphasizing that this is where things are going. Get involved in the cryptocurrency space. Pusha, what have you got to say as a closing word?
I really don't have much to say, but I'm happy that Simon actually shared his story with us, because on the chats, there were people who were brave enough to admit and come out openly to say, you know what, I was once a victim like how Simon has been, where he was taken for a ride and given false hopes, false promises. And they are here today, they haven't given up. So I take my hat off for those people who used that experience of being taken for a ride as an experience, nothing else but as an experience. But they are here again today to learn and empower themselves so that they truly understand what this concept of cryptocurrencies is exactly and how it can actually change their lives. I really applaud those people. I'm sorry they went through what they did, but it was merely a learning experience. But today they're going to be much better people who are more informed and will come into the system of cryptocurrencies with better understanding. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you so much. I mean, just imagine if someone had given up after that first experience. He wouldn't have started his business. He wouldn't have made that 150,000. So Simon, what have you got to say as a closing word, please?
Okay, what I can say is that, guys, don't even say when you lost money through Bitcoin and you say Bitcoin stole your money, right? Bitcoin is a currency, like maybe rent, dollar, pounds. It's a currency. So how can it steal your money? It means you've lost money through people who promise you to get a lot of money in a short period of time. So let us try by all means to empower ourselves. Let us learn, because we have internet where we can learn all these things. So let's be careful, because it's really happening. Even now, there are those who are still losing money through this get rich quick scheme. If you want to be somewhere, you need to do the right thing. Get the right people to guide you on how all these things work. So that's what I can say tonight.
Thank you so much. I just want to enable people to be able to ask questions if they still have questions. Okay, so I have opened up the mics for people to be able to unmute themselves if they need to. And yeah, so that is what we have for you today. It's all about cryptocurrency conversations and how lives can change. On Sunday, this Sunday, we also have an amazing session lined up for you guys. And we will be talking about electric cash, this new kid on the block. We will be sharing the results of what electric, firstly give you a deeper understanding of what it is, and then sharing the results. Remember, we said it is one of those that are in its infancy. It only started last week. So if you catch this now, and especially after we are going to show you the results of what has been achieved so far with electric cash, if you want to know all about that, please join us this Sunday. It will be at 6 p.m. The person that invited you into the session can send you a link to what we are going to be doing on Sunday. And having said that, I see we don't have any questions. I think we are going to close this session now. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time, and we hope that you have achieved whatever you wanted to achieve from this lesson. I mean, from this, it was a lesson, I suppose, from this session. Have a superb evening. Good night, everybody.